Welcome to the Brain Rot Report, your crash course in pop culture. I am Grace, a chronically online Gen Zer, here to break down the most viral moments in pop culture, so you don't have to. Today we're breaking down how Charli XCX's album Brat caused the cultural phenomenon known as Brat Summer. From its marketing to TikTok trends, the rise of the Brat lifestyle, and even its unexpected influence on politics. Starting off, who is Charli XCX? If you don't already know who Charli is, she is an electronic pop singer who began to rise to fame in 2012 when she featured on Icona Pop's I Love It, and gained more fame in 2014 when she featured on Iggy Azalea's Fancy. Following these collaborations, her first solo hit was Boom Clap in 2014. Over the next decade, Charli released 3 more albums: Charli 2019, How I'm Feeling Now 2020, and Crash 2022. Crash became a #1 album in the UK and broke into the top 10 of the Billboard 200, but that was just the beginning of her success. Charli announced her album Brat on February 28, 2024, calling it a club record. Quote, "I was born to make dance music. I came from the clubs. XCX6 is the album I've always wanted to make." The album cover, slime green with a simple font reading Brat, caused a lot of controversy online. A user on X criticized album covers from 2024, including Brat, saying art directors must be on strike. To which Charli quoted the post and said, "There is literally so much to say on this." After this interaction, she posted this to X. Quote, "I think the constant demand for access to women's bodies and faces in our album artwork is misogynistic and boring." In an interview with Vogue Singapore, Charli addressed her reaction to the album cover, saying that she went with an off-putting shade of green to trigger the idea of something being wrong. She continued, quote, "I'd like for us to question our expectations of pop culture. Why are some things considered good and acceptable and some things deemed bad? I'm interested in the narratives behind that, and I want to provoke people. I'm not doing things to be nice." The public would begin to understand Charli's vision as Brat Summer takes over the summer of 2024. What marked the start of Brat Summer was the creation of the Brat Wall. On May 2nd, about a month before the album's release, a wall in Brooklyn was painted the iconic Brat green and live-streamed on Charli's TikTok. Charli posted a time and location to X, and fans flooded the scene to see a surprise performance from Charli. For Charli, a big part of the Brat marketing campaign was, quote, "creating moments that are physical and feel sacred and special, creating moments that you just simply had to be at." The wall was live-streamed each time it was updated, causing excitement and anticipation from fans. On May 9th, the wall was updated to read the lyric, "I'm your fave reference," from her single 360. On June 5th, 2 days before the album's release, the wall was updated to simply read Brat. The wall continued to be updated over the summer with announcements of a deluxe version of the album and a collaboration with the pop singer Lorde. And finally, on July 2nd, it was updated with the words, "Okay, bye." The album cover and Brat wall inspired many people to create their own versions of the cover art through an online Brat generator. Soon, the cover art became a meme for others to participate in. The effect of Brat Summer was felt long before the release of the album in June. Charli released her album Brat on June 7th, 2024, an electro-pop dance album inspired by club culture, while still diving into themes of aging, womanhood, grief, and anxiety. In a TikTok posted by Charli in July 2024, she explained what it means to be Brat.
You're just like that girl who is a little messy and likes to party and like maybe says some like dumb things sometimes. Like it's Brat, you're Brat.
As you can see from that clip, Charli has changed the definition of brat from being obnoxious and whiny to being a term of empowerment. Inspired by Charli, Collins Dictionary named brat a word of 2024, defining it as someone characterized by a confident, independent, and hedonistic attitude. While Brat began as the title of the album, it has now become a lifestyle followed by Gen Zers and Millennials. Gen Zers and Millennials adapted this Brat lifestyle quickly as it inspired them to be themselves and embrace their imperfections while navigating through adulthood. It soon became an aesthetic on TikTok, referring to a particular visual style that is appealing and relatable to Gen Zers and millennials. Many saw the brat lifestyle as a rejection of the clean girl aesthetic of 2022, which embraced minimalism. Brat is the complete opposite of that, as it embraces imperfections. Charli herself said that the brat aesthetic can also be trashy, and the essentials are, quote, a pack of cigs, a Bic lighter, and a strappy white top with no bra. Another viral trend that brat caused was the famous Apple dance created by the content creator Kelly Hire. This was a dance to a song off of Brat, Apple, which became a quick trend. Charli herself caught onto the trend, recreating it with Troye Sivan backstage on her tour. Brands and content creators caught on to this virality of Brat, and they used it to their advantage when creating content. One particular campaign that involved Brat was a political campaign of Kamala Harris. After Kamala Harris was announced as the Democratic presidential nominee for the 2024 U.S. election, Charli XCX posted to X, "Kamala is Brat." Soon after Charli's post, the Harris campaign's official X page changed their backdrop to the Brat green. As a result, TikTok was flooded with edits from Gen Zers of Harris and a song from the Brat album. Harris's campaign garnered support from a younger audience by participating in a current cultural phenomenon. This shows that Brat Summer's impact was felt in many different ways. While there is not a particular past event that had the same cultural impact that Brat Summer had, there are similar artists and movements that went against mainstream media. One example is the Riot Grrrl movement of the early 90s. The Riot Grrrl movement began as a DIY feminist punk movement in the early 90s in the Pacific Northwest. It encouraged women to express themselves in non-hierarchical ways and reject social constructs of how they were supposed to look or behave. The two cultural moments are similar because they both encourage self-expression and individuality of women, especially women in music. The themes of being a woman in the music industry are brought up in the Brat song "Girl So Confusing" featuring Lorde, in which Charli tells Lorde, "It's you and me on the coin the industry loves to spend." Hopefully now you have a better understanding of the impact that Brat Summer had on the summer of 2024. And the Brat effect is not over. Charli won 3 Grammys for Brat in February 2025, and she also performed her song Von Dutch in a typical Brat party style. When we look back on the summer of 2024, we will remember the slime green and the carefreeness of Brat Summer. This has been the Brain Rot Report with your host, Grace Harbor.